everybody, and welcome back to Time to Go. Bob here. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. So today, guys, we have a really fun watch in from Sinn. We're going to be taking a look at the 140-42, and as a standalone watch, this is a fantastic chronograph. I love this watch, but when you combine it with its connection to aerospace history, the cool factor just goes way up on this one. Now, believe it or not, this watch actually used to be the first automatic chronograph in space, and I know that sounds kind of weird saying used to be, but that's the way it is, and I'll explain that here shortly. Now, this watch was actually lent in on loan from a friend of the channel. I want you guys to give him a follow on Instagram at LDDone. He's got a great feed, great watch collection. So let's spin the camera around. We'll take a closer look at the Sinn. So one of the best parts of having this channel is just the amount you learn when researching some of these watches. I especially like digging into the past on watches with a history connected to the aerospace world, and this one, or at least slight variations of it, has a really fun story. So in 1985, German astronaut Reinhard Furrer purchased his Sinn and wore it on his Spacelab D1 mission. Now, there's a bit of debate as to which exact Sinn he was wearing. There's a few in this family of chronographs back then with very similar cases but different subdial layouts. Sinn claimed it was the 140S, which is essentially this watch in black PVD. There's some people that say it was the Sinn 141, and I found a really great article arguing this that I'll leave a link to below. It's really short, but a really good read. Either way, this was a big deal for Sinn, and this was the first automatic chronograph in space. At least that's what they thought at the time. For quite a few years, Sinn used this in their marketing. Even if we look at the case back here, you'll see a logo etched for the Spacelab mission, and below that is first automatic chronograph in space. A lot of you guys know now that that wasn't true, and in 2007 it came out that the true first automatic chronograph was the Seiko worn by William Pogue, a whole 11 years before Furrer's 1985 mission. These Sinns have also gone up on 2 missions since the 1985 mission, which just adds to the history. So now that we've dug into a little bit of the past on this watch, I just want to talk about this particular one, and is it ever a beautiful watch? I'm not 100% sure on the year of this, but it's developed some really nice patina on the hour markers and hands. I'm going to get the chronograph going here so we can get the hands moving and out of the way so we can just see the dial a little better. Now, the watch is housing the Lemania 5100. It's a really interesting workhorse movement, and I'll try to find a shot to pop up here. Kind of an ugly duckling in a way, but these were built to withstand a beating. It probably actually deserves a video on its own. It's definitely worth a Google if you're interested, though. So let me give you a little tour of what's going on when it comes to the dial here. So first of all, we have our regular minute and hour hand, the yellowed or patinaed hands there. We also have the day date, which the day is in German, which is really cool. The subdial at 12 shows you your 24-hour time. At 9 is the running seconds, and at 6 is the hour counter for the chronograph function. We have the orange seconds hand also for the chronograph function, but what's the coolest to me is the minute counter, which is the 4th hand you can see up here. Not sure how you describe it. It kind of looks like a jet at the tip. Just so awesome how this stops and resets back to 0. So not only do we have the chronograph function, the watch also has an internal bezel operated by the crown at 10 o'clock. Still turns nice and smooth, very easy to operate. The case is just a really chunky design. I love the lines of that side profile. I don't think I've seen a case design quite like this one. Now, Damasco was actually making cases for Sinn up until, I believe, 2002, and the color of the steel looks a lot like the Damascos I've had, so I'm assuming this is from them. If someone out there knows for sure, let me know in the comments below. Definitely a solid material either way. There's barely a mark on this watch anywhere. If we flip the watch over, you'll see here the crown is signed with the Sinn S, and again, we have the etched case back. It's pretty light etching, and it's probably worn a little bit as well. So before I let you guys go, let's take a quick look on wrist. All right, here it is. And like I said at the start of the video, even without the history, it's just an awesome watch. When you add that connection to the aerospace program, it just takes it over the top though. Wears really nice. It is a little bit thick on wrist, but this is meant to be a tool watch, so I like that rugged look and design. I didn't get into the measurements today on this one, but I'll put them up at the end of the video for anyone that needs them. So again, guys, big thanks to LD Doan for lending this fantastic slice of history into the channel. Big thanks to you guys for stopping by too, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.